So welcome back to the channel. As you guys know, I collect 1/12 scale figures of characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and before you I have most of my collection of such figures. Don't mind Superman here. I took him off my shelf from among my other 1/12 scale DCEU figures to play with him a bit, and I'm just going to keep him here because, well, he's Superman. He's the superhero, and he is always relevant. Even though he isn't a Marvel character, or more specifically a Marvel Cinematic Universe character, he is still relevant because if it weren't for him, there would ultimately be no MCU. He is the quintessential superhero, so he is always relevant. He always has a place among any discussion pertaining to superheroes, superhero comic books, superhero comic book movies, superhero comic book movie action figures, so there he is and there he stays. Anyhow, today I have 3 figures of characters in the MCU to unbox. I have Marvel Legends Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Gamora. I have Marvel Legends Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Nebula. And I have SH Figuarts Star-Lord as depicted in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And I'm going to unbox them. I'm going to unbox them all. So I'm going to do this pretty quickly because the camera that I use to record these videos kind of sucks. It overheats. It's a Sony 4K action camera, but it's like the old model. And after a few minutes, it just gets really hot if it's recording at 4K, and I am recording at 4K, so let's do this. Admittedly, I actually already unboxed this, but I botched the recording, so I reboxed it, and I'm going to unbox it again. So here we go. Let's do this fast. Shit. There we go. Alright, so we have the right leg of the Build-A-Figure Mantis, which I am not sure I'm going to build or not. I don't know. We'll see. I've seen some figures of the completed figure. I've seen some pictures of the completed figure, and it doesn't really look too realistic or accurate, in my opinion, in regard to its resemblance to the actress. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right. Palm Clementif. We'll look it up. So, we also have a firearm, some sort of advanced, semi-automatic plasma rifle. I don't know. And we have some other handheld weapon. It looks like a prong of some sort. Looks like she holds it on this end here, and she stabs enemies with this end. And it looks like something that produces some sort of electrical charge. Obviously the toy doesn't, but perhaps that's the case in the movie. I can't remember. And she has an even longer version of that weapon. Another prong electrical weapon. So let's put that there. And we have the figure itself. Really nice figure. It really looks like Zoe Saldana. I mean, it looks amazing. This 3D, face printing technology that's being used by Marvel Legends, SH Figuarts, and a Mezco, and all of these other action figure manufacturers, it's really, really impressive because this really looks like Zoe Saldana. It looks amazing. So let's just stand her up over here. A second here. Come on, Zoe. Or should I say Gamora? Stand up. Don't give me a hard time. Alright, there she goes. Now let's open Nebula. This fell out. Some sort of pistol. Plasma pistol. Okay, so now we have the... What is this? This is the left leg of Mantis, the Build-A-Figure figure. Put it over here. This is a spear swappable left lower arm for Nebula. As we all know, she is mostly machine. I think the only part of her that's organic is her brain. which you can actually see in the sequence in Infinity War, in which she's being tortured by her father, Thanos. I really love this figure. It looks phenomenal. And once again, thanks to that amazing 3D printing technology, it really does look like the actress. Now, what's the name of this actress? The actress who portrays Nebula, I believe it's Karen Gillan, or Karen Gillan, something like that. So let's stand her up over here. Now, I'm really curious to see how these two figures scale with the figure of Star-Lord, because Star-Lord, this figure of him is from another brand, SH Figuarts. And they tend to run a bit smaller than Marvel Legends, even though they're both supposed to be, you know, 1/12 scale figures, but we'll see. And according to some reviews I've seen of this figure, even among other figures in the SH Figuarts line of MCU figures, it's a bit small. It doesn't really scale correctly. So I'm really eager to see how it stacks up against these. Holy shoot. Against these two. I'm so sorry about that, Nebula. Please forgive me. Alright, so let's open this up. Okay, we get these large explosion effects. Pink explosions. Interesting. I don't think I'll ever really use these. We'll see. So let's take out the spare head first, which depicts Star-Lord with a helmet on. Now, take out his spare hands. He gets 2 extra sets of hands. Put those right there. There's 2 signature plasma handguns, as you can see right there. Give you a good look at those. Holy shoot. There they are. Let's put these down, and here is the figure itself. Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord. Once again, thanks to the amazingness of 3D printing face technology, it looks just like Chris Pratt. Absolutely stunning. The resemblance, just incredible. You know, I wanted to get the Infinity War version of this figure, but it's pretty much sold out at official retailers because it was a web exclusive. So every unit of that figure was made to order. So if you missed the pre-order window, forget about it. The only way to get that figure now is from aftermarket sellers who are selling it at exorbitant prices, like over $400, and I'm not paying that much money for a 1/12 scale figure, or any figure for that matter. And the only difference really is the color of the shirt underneath. It's a black t-shirt as opposed to a white one with a different logo, I guess, but overall it's the same thing, so yeah. So there he is. Let me put these smoke effects over here in the back. These explosion effects, I should say. Crap. And let's see how he stacks up against these two in terms of height. Now, Chris Pratt, in real life, I believe he's 6 feet 2 inches tall. And I believe Zoe Saldana is like 5 feet 7 or 5 feet 8, so she should be, significantly shorter. But she does have on these really thick boots. Or should I say these boots with these really thick soles. But I think even with the boots on, she does appear shorter than he does on screen when they're standing next to each other. I'm going to have to take a look at some footage to verify that. I don't remember, the differences in their height on screen off the top of my head. But I would say I'm not too bothered by the height difference between these two. She does appear to be a bit taller than him. Now, I know for a fact that's not the case in the movie, so that's a bit inaccurate. But these are figures from 2 different brands, 2 different lines, so keeping that in mind, and keeping in mind that she does have on boots with really thick soles, I'll just allow myself to suspend my disbelief in regard to the fact that you know, they don't really scale well together or realistically together, by going along with the idea that her heels, the thickness of her heels on her boots, or the thickness of her soles on her boots, I should say, make her appear to be taller than he is. But whatever. Overall, I'm satisfied. I'm not bothered by this. Same thing with Karen Gillan. I'm not sure. I believe she appears shorter than he does on screen as well. So, yeah, this is a bit inaccurate. I would imagine that the Marvel Legends figure of Star-Lord is, noticeably taller and therefore scales more realistically, more accurately relative to the figures of Gamora and Nebula. But, I didn't want that figure. I don't think that it looks too good. To be honest with you, when it comes to brands, I prefer Mafex and SH Figuarts over Marvel Legends. But Marvel Legends tends to have figures of characters that the other two brands haven't made yet. So that's why I got these two figures from Marvel Legends. So that's it for this video. I am done. Thank you for watching.